Welcome you all here to Equipping the Persecuted's first press conference in Washington, D.C. The reason we are holding this press conference is to draw attention to what is happening in Nigeria. And I know we have some people.
Mayatiala Breeders Association, Cattle Breeders Association are not breeding any cattle.
People who are on the front lines reporting this cannot be overstated, but the challenge that they face is that the media itself denies the reality that they see and report. It is truly without conscience that you can witness the execution of people and have it denied because journalists are too lazy, too corrupt, too stupid, too cowardly to stand up and tell the truth. That is without conscience. And, you know, we have to stop being afraid of what people will say to us. We have to stop allowing those who tell the truth to be punished and those who lie.
We need to talk about it this morning, how why the Northerners are reacting negatively to the presence of the elite Israeli spy agency, Mossad, in Nigeria. There might be a lot of things that might have triggered that. One, they are asking whether actually the president granted their permission for Mossad to come into the country. And secondly, of what purpose is it because of the Israel, Hamas, and Iran crisis? You know, that the northern Nigeria, and of course, the Nigerian government has always taken side and tried to support anything that has to do with Iran in that regard. You know, or is it connected to the killing of Christians in Nigeria, or is it connected to the projection of the Biafra Jews or the Igbo Jews? You know, let me put it down, or just a Biafran thing. You know, since if the Nigerian government have already taken side at every United Nations General Assembly, we saw how Shetima also took a side, and of course Buhari and of course Tinubu at the same time, all of them are also backing and supporting Iran, you know, against Israel. Then does Mossad require the permission of Mr. President to enter Nigeria? Mossad, from what we understand, is to protect the Israeli national interest in the first place, and of course, an Israeli interest abroad. What if the Israeli interest this time around is the restoration of Biafra, or Israeli interest now is to seek for the protection of Muslim American, or is it what another direction? Is it, you know, to plant their interest finally in case they have a document, or they have a conviction, or they have been powered to do those things ahead of the recognition of Biafra by the world leaders. Nobody can predict that. Nobody can say this is Mossad target. But anywhere it's been speculated that Mossad presence is being announced, then it means it is for either the Israeli national government interest or the Jewish interest all over the world. So that has whether it's a combat operations or not, nobody knows, you know. But what we are asking now, you know, why would the northern Nigeria, the Fulani politicians themselves, be raising eyebrow and be questioning, you know, who brought Mossad to Nigeria, and why are they trying to attach Tinubu into it? The question is that Tinubu, you know, ordered the presence of Mossad in Nigeria, or if the Mossad came on their own. The North should not be able to start, you know, attaching the presence of Mossad in Nigeria, given that at every United Nation, the Nigerian government has always, you know, and that's what the North wanted. At every conflict, you know, between Iran and the enemies, let me just put it that way. You know, you see the northern part of the country rising and begin to, you know, question, possibly, you know, making Nigeria, showing that, you know, that Nigeria is an Islamic nation, and they have whatever it takes to stand for Iran in case of any situation where we have Israel always find themselves. You know, they not always project that, you know. But yes, the government of the day too always seem to tailor against that direction. Then the question is Nigeria an Islamic nation? Why would Nigeria always take side on Israeli-Iran conflict. Well, that's what it is. They are here. The Fulanis are crying. The northern leaders are crying. You can see what Sheikh Gumi has said. Have elected the whole. Everybody should go around, go underground. We don't know what the presence means. The presence in Nigeria means. But the question is, if we are afraid of Mossad presence in Nigeria, then what does that signify? It signifies that it's already, an obstruction of already a plan agenda by the Northerners in Nigeria, on Nigeria as Nigerians. And secondly, there might be this reservation over the global agitation and awareness and solidarity for the Biafran nation. The Israeli government themselves knows that Christians are being killed in Nigeria. And who are those Christians? They are Christian Biafrans that are being killed. And it is the responsibility of the elite spy agency of Nigeria, of Israel, to seek and protect their interest abroad. And Biafra might be the interest they have. If you look at the guidelines of Mossad operations, even though we don't know how fat it is, but it has been reported, and that's why we're talking about it. Their interest in Nigeria is to protect the Biafras, is to protect Christians, is to stop the Islamic, agenda killings in Nigeria, and that's what we're talking about. So, if it is going to take that very particular direction, if it's going to take another dimension, then you know that clearly they are not going to, they owe nobody's any explanation. That is the worst part of it, and they are very unpredictable, and you cannot predict their targets. The presence of Mossad, dwarfs anything that has to do with, continuous. That's the way I look at it. Attack on Israeli interests in Nigeria, on Israeli mission in Nigeria, and Nigeria's interest in seeking to support those who are always killing the Jews, in the Middle East, which is the responsibility of the Mossad. But maybe when we get into deep, Mossad came into existence in 1949. It was an arm swing, intelligent wing of the Haganah. Haganah in Israel means defense, and it was established under the Prime Minister Ben-Gurion as at that time. We have a Russian Jew, I think his name should be Jakovsky, and Elihu. I can mention it correctly. These are the people that founded Haganah, and those to make sure that an intelligence is being maintained to protect Jews both home and abroad. I think it's the most dreaded after CIA. I think the number the second in position in ranking in covert operations, intelligence gathering, and so many more like that. There's need for worry because of the way they operate their things. Well, if it is why the North are shaking, it might be the coming of Biafra, because when they come with a mission. You cannot be able to know their mission. You cannot be able to know, whether they are here to plant a certain interest. Maybe they have information in their hand that any moment from now, the world is going to gather and Biafra is going to be recognized by, world leaders. And given the synergy so far and the relationship between the Igbo nation and the Jews that are so deep and connected, it might be one of the, objectives of Mossad to protect their interests abroad. And that interest abroad might be what we are talking about today, the sovereignty and the recognition of Biafra. Even though they are not in a position to proclaim it, to make it, but from what we are trying to sense, where would they? I know that this is not the first time. I think that it was reported, I don't know how it's true, that they also seek to protect Jonathan as at that time when Jonathan was president. But we don't know whether it actually worked or not. But this very one is clearly stated that they are on a mission, and that mission was possibly to establish interest, security interest, the security cells, ahead of Biafra recognition by world leaders, given what is already happening in the United States of America, and the peace is being talked about, how the ceasefire will be agreed in Russia, Ukraine, and you can see the European leaders meeting with Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, in America. After all this, we don't know what is actually happening. But the issue has still be how Fani Kayode and the likes of them who have been attacking Israel, tweeting stories, saying a different thing. Well, I came to ask Fani Kayode in the honest truth, did he actually mean what he's talking about, saying a lot of things against Israel without knowing the history, or he is just pretending for the paymasters to continue to put money on his pocket? And a lot of people who are supposed to be reasonable understand where Israel is and where they are coming from, are not supposed to be used under this government of APC that's already labeled a terrorist organization. Don't wonder, making that statement. I think now that Mossad is already in Nigeria, what will be the fate of Fani Kayode presently now? And that's what we are talking about. Currently now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention, and there is massive killing in the Imo state currently now. We don't know what it is. We don't know what the presidents are going to be. We don't know who invited them. But what we are saying now, it has finally destabilized the northern Nigeria, and the politicians, all of them, because we don't know what will happen, and nobody, these are the people that carry out political operations, Israeli interests, without, leaving any traces behind. So, whatever it is, but I want to say it very clearly, Biafra cannot be under attack of the Mossad, and I can guarantee to you that, because Christians are not extremists. They don't do extremism, impact on extremism tendencies. Christians are not radicalized, and we believe that, we need protection in this part of the country, where jihadists are killing Christians on a daily basis. As you watch this video from the beginning of this interview, you'll be able to see what has been going on, how these things are being reported all over the world, how the American government and the congressmen are on it, making it, stating the obvious that there is a mission behind the massive killing that's happening in the Imo state and in Biafra land. There's a massive killing of Christians in Nigeria, and the Nigerian government are not being able to do anything. Possibly, that is why the Canadian court actually declared them terrorists. And what we are looking at, that a new nation definitely is going to emerge any moment from now. There are signs of that. Nigeria will go their separate way.